As those of you who follow me know, I cut the intro out because that seems to be the most highly copyrighted portion of the video. When even though I'm not showing any images and I'm just doing a commentary over the audio. That seems to be their biggest problem, is when I have the do. I got a partial copyright claim on the Dean Potter video, you guys. It was, they just want to jump in on the AdSense, which is fine, whatever. The original content producer wants partial credit, fine by me, I don't care. I don't care about that kind of bullshit. All right, so let's go. We are going to be watching episode 5 of House of the Dragons, season 2. Do I have it loud enough for y'all? Tell me if it's not loud enough. Okay, so we're going over to Sea Snake's house. Because Rhaenys just died, right? So, of course, this is the love of his life. He's devastated. And he's like, oh shit. My wife died. I lost my son. I've lost my wife. By the way, he doesn't know he didn't actually lose his son. His son just ran away, right? He took his dreads out. They gave him a different wig. Still looks good, but he took his dreads out. Rhaenyra's just staring off into the sunset. Everybody's sad right now. They're all grieving. I'm spilling all over myself. Okay, so the peasants are basically struggling to get food right now in King's Landing. They're having a really hard time. And now they are dragging... He didn't take down that dragon. That's a fucking lie. So they're dragging Rhaenys's, whatever her name is, her dragon's dead body through King's Landing. Interesting, they don't have her body, so I don't know where she went. Like, did she get recovered? Is she gonna be buried? Like, what is she gonna be, like, cremated by a dragon? Like, what's gonna happen there? But they've got the dragon.
They realize we won the battle. Strange victory. If it was one.
So the peasants are all pissed off because they can't get food. And they're also feeling somewhat offended that this dragon is being drugged through the city like it's some sort of victory. Because she was the queen who never was. And behind the dragon is the body of Aegon. Aegon is not dead. I was wrong last week, you guys. He is not dead. He has like 4th degree burns all over his body. So he was not truly a dragon like Daenerys and stuff. They still have the bodies of the rat catchers hanging on King's Landing. So they're dragging him back to King's Landing. He's still alive, though. But he's totally incapacitated. He's totally incapable. So Eamon has got a very sly smile on his face. Because he knows what's up. He knows he's next in line. So they're bringing him up right now to, I guess his quarters maybe or something. I don't know why there's sound issues on the replay. It wasn't like this the first time I watched it. There's Hannah. I can't imagine that she's all that disappointed because she fucking hated her husband, let's be real. She hated that motherfucker. He was her brother, too. Come on. Okay. So you got the sword. Pulling that out. Now you're pulling the body out. Alicent is in there looking all concerned and shit. You did this, girl. This was your doing. You did this, Alicent. You could have just gone with the king's intentions.
His grace remains with us.
He is burned upwards of 90% of his body. So he was definitely not a dragon. Like Daenerys, right? But we still don't know, like, I don't know what happened to the, oh God. Oh, this is gross. Oh, they're trying to like pull off his armor and stuff and skin's peeling off with it. Plus he has broken bones because he fell from the sky. Oh God. This is so gross, you guys. Oh my God. This is really disgusting. Even the Silent Sisters have masks on. They're like, this is gross, man. Let's put our masks on. Wow. Oh, no. This is like a dislocated joint. They just popped it back into place. This is so gross, you guys. It's so fucking disgusting. It looks like they're putting tortillas on him. I don't know what they're putting on him. It looks like tortillas. Don't know what it is. They're putting tortillas on him, and now we have Kristen Cole grating lemon. Why? I don't know. He's grating lemon. And Alicent's there like...
We took the castle. The cost of some.
She's like, what did you see? What happened?
I left a meager garrison behind to protect it. And the king was dragon. Son 5 was wrong in the...
The king. So Kristen, what befell him?
Kristen doesn't want to tell her. He doesn't want to tell her. He's like, I didn't see.
Name?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened, you guys.
cannot say.
I cannot say. What are you
Our largest dragon has
slicing
been
it?
killed.
Why are you grating lemon?
Crispin Cole marches about the Crown lands unchallenged. Dust stood there. Rook's Rest are gone.
He totally saw that bullshit go down. He knows exactly what happened.
He who has left us out of some marital spat.
Do you take issue with me, sir?
So Rhaenyra is still having a problem with the dudes on her
You have a
council
willingness to give me deference.
talking
in time of
over
war.
I
her
could never
and not
doubt
accepting
your
her
capability,
leadership.
Honest of mind. It is merely that the gen heretofore has not been made to the strategies of battle or their execution.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles.
Seriously, like you're basically the same age. There have been no battles. You lived in a time of peace. You can't say that like you're a better dude at battle strategy than she is. You know, she was at
Send to Maidenpool and to Crackdoor Point. Let them man their garrisons and give them store weapons if they find them wanting. If Cole pursues this campaign, our allies
Let's answer Rook's Rest.
she was actually in the small
Document, they are lost
council.
already, but Vagar is depleted after a hard-fought battle. If Aegon is dead, they know it.
Could be a victory in name only. It will soon cost a
Aegon is
Time
not
is right.
dead.
We can strike King's Landing.
He is
before their dragon
severely
is
damaged,
Let's do it.
but he's not dead.
Crown. It's out of the question.
What will have me do?
And even if he was dead, it was his brother's fault. So how does that fall on her? His brother is the one that knocked him out of the sky. So his brother is the one that should be called the Kingslayer.
Where are you going?
Town Hall.
So Jace, her eldest son,
He must have found his loyalty
is
to my
now
mother.
leaving
Very
on a secret mission that he has not told his
And you
mother
think
about.
came in? Queen, and the Queen herself could not.
My mother gladly sent you away. To scout
These dudes really don't listen
whilst
to
I was to pay
her
force to
at
play
all.
constantly. It's
You know?
humiliating,
She
Vader.
protects you. You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her and men.
Okay, so he's about to do
I
his
can sit still
thing
no longer.
because he's gonna try and find Damon.
The phrase.
The phrase.
Oh, the Queen tried to
The
cross me.
phrase turned out
Queen's
so
not
good
very
for
good
us
to
in
accept.
Game of Thrones,
If
didn't
Peasant men had a
it?
direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Damon to act. I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
The phrase want Harrenhal.
Then don't tell her. Not until
They already have a castle. It's over by that bridge. It's by the bridge. They don't.
The hour is late. My dragon is hungry.
Okay, so Damon is now approaching
Lord Dragon,
the.
renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. It's me,
He's approaching the Blackenwoods.
or your house burn.
I would sooner be the Lord of bones and cinders than bend my knee before some heathen upward counts. And his heart that dragon.
So they're being stupid and they're like, I can't do. I'm a dino. I don't need mods yet, but thanks for asking.
So the maggots got to it.
That is quite the impression, Lord Bracken. But alas, not
So basically, I don't know where exactly that is, but All right, he's got his dragon's about to fucking burn all of them. So he burned all of those
I
black
don't
and
want you to
woods,
die.
and now he's
You
regretting
made a
it.
choice. You should have indulged, but I need them alive. I came here to raise swords.
Because he's realizing that if they were that dedicated, that they would rather die than swear allegiance than okay, bye. They would rather die than swear allegiance. He's like, those would have been really good soldiers for us, right?
Persuaded.
What a weird request.
They are unyielding.
What a weird request. I mean, if I'm gonna make somebody mods, it's probably gonna be like Kalari and Danny.
There are things that crowds.
Maybe Clara. You know, people who have been around for a while and proven that they're like into my channel. I have never seen you on my channel before. Why would I make you a mod? What a crazy ass thing to ask me.
Over the centuries, many and more of have broken themselves.
Yeah, the sound's kind of fucked up on the replay.
Are you listening?
Mm-hmm.
My lady, the Eyrie itself is impregnable.
So we're at...
Unless, of course, we're descended of the sky.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra fitting swords.
In return for protection, a dragon.
It has exceeded your terms. She said to.
Both still white from the egg.
So we're at the crazy land where they have the moon door.
I do not recall you specifying the summer or Easter in your request.
Will you go with me, child? When your bread depends on now.
She has a gorgeous blue dress on, though. I'm just saying.
In time. I don't have time.
She's disappointed that she only got dragon eggs and not actual hatched dragons. You're so far north. What are you worried
I
about?
expect you at supper this evening. My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
There's some weird shadowing going on in this episode that makes it look like people have bruising and shit, and then they'll turn to the side and it's like, oh no, it was just the way the lighting was.
Around me, not to me. They would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betrayed their own smallness.
In truth, I cannot fault them. I am now the sovereign, I cannot do as I please. And war has ever been.
You are your father's chosen successor.
You do not prepare me to fight. If I had been a son, a sword in my hand, and the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup. Taught there were every lord and castle between Storm's End and the Twins, but not
Like, this is another one. It looks like she has a giant, like, black bruise on her, right below her collarbone.
Give me Satyr, your grace.
Not now.
But it's just the lighting.
Release them.
The doom have looked to him for strength. Must be supplicant to my own husband. What does that make me? You do not know my part, Rosaria. The path I walk has never been trod.
Kristen Cole made a mistake.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war was an ill omen.
Yes, as do I.
They are afraid. Bread is The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
Monsters tear down stone, break shields.
Do not underestimate your subjects. There are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
What do you think they will turn to me?
To the discontented, rumors of.
Yeah, the peasants are suffering a lot because they can't get food, and they're being tormented by this whole dragging the dragon body through King's Landing. The queen who never was. They all respected her, and so everybody in King's Landing is pissed off right now. I know I got eight people watching right now. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Thought that I'm in a field, broken amongst our enemies.
Okay.
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the merchants of Mayleys?
She snuck into the dragon pit,
She knew that place better than any elder. So she could see in the dark.
So they're talking now about like claiming dragons.
his own mother's dragon.
I'm watching House of the Dragons.
But bent her knees.
She was fierce. And in anger.
They're talking about like because they got two other large dragons that are unclaimed.
All she gave me. I'm grateful.
It's very difficult to claim a dragon, right? Like you could be killed trying to do it. I'm Etherean.
You are very like her in some ways.
Alright. We're what, like maybe halfway through right now.
I think.
Your Grace.
She gives this to your grandsire.
Give this to your grandsire.
I do not wish to stand alone.
Well, we don't know what's going on with Damon because he's like being seduced by a red witch right now. So there's that.
The finest swordsman.
Hi, gorgeous Danny.
Your brother had great love in his heart.
So Damien is having visions again where he's like basically cheating on his wife.
You, Damon, you were made to wear it.
He's cheating on his wife in this vision. Thank you, Candace. That's very nice of you. That's cool. I don't even know who that person is.
My favorite son.
In the vision. It's not Rhaenyra. It's somebody who's very blonde, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There's also Goose, if you prefer.
Myself?
he really doesn't like what they serve up at Harrenhal
I'm not hungry.
to eat.
I was saying, given the rather dire news from Brook's Rest, it appears the winds have shifted.
It looks like something Chantel would cook up. I'm just being real.
Good time then for a show of strength. I believe William Blackwood is bringing out Black and Ale.
Plus, you got Alice Rivers hanging around all the time, and she's the Red Witch, as far as I can tell.
And then maybe that's assignment in Rivermen. Doesn't matter if showing them who it behooves them to follow. How does the weapons?
I don't know, the sausages looked fine, but
Very well.
That is maybe the beginning, of course.
I get him. I get, like, you're not totally comfortable with the way they cook their food. I get you.
The bats have made the corridors almost
Hey,
impossible
Sydney.
with the quantity of their...
They're shit.
Oh, you changed your username. Okay. Digging the vibrations, man. Okay. Cool.
Task their huntsmen to bring
No, I got 15 according to my screen.
What's the matter?
I got 15 watching.
After the tragedy that befell his father, Laris transferred his to King's Landing.
Not that I would expect a lot. I'm a pretty small channel. And most people know me for covering Eugenia Cooney and Foodie Beauty, right? So when I do the hiking stories and House of the Dragons, it's not as much of a draw. Because people don't know that I cover these topics.
Paranoid is my command. Guaranteed to invest in payment myself.
He can't eat anything at this dude's table.
Very well, Your Grace.
You should address me as my king.
You're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Well,
there it is then.
Consul.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
He wants so badly to be called the king, but he is the king consort.
His grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I've laid around injuries.
Thoughts on Gypsy Rose pregnancy? I haven't been following the Gypsy Rose stuff because it just riled so many people up that I was just like not into it.
I'm not sure he will ever wake.
I barely even covered like the assassination attempt on Trump yesterday. Being real, I just don't like the stuff where like everybody's like, oh, I got an opinion on this, and this is how I feel, and blah blah blah. Are the Republicans going to come out and talk about gun safety? No.
But now we must name a Regis base until he recovers. Or does not.
I don't even know what to say about that. He's fine though. It just like grazed the side of his head. So he's fine.
Did I delete it in mind, Your Grace?
No, violence is not okay. Not okay at all. But he's fine. Somebody did die at the event though. And that's fucked up.
Lack for heir. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Henry.
I don't know what the numbers stand for. Yeah, somebody died. Oh, did they take the shooter down? Well, I mean, they had a lot of Secret Service around him because we're so late in the season. He was, and he's a former president, so he had Secret Service protection, you know?
The Dowager Queen is a woman.
I am no stranger to rule or to sitting at this council. Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider.
Sydney, I thought you changed your name.
Here at this.
Oh, offense was meant to be very expert.
I'm a little confused about what's happening right now.
I agree, Prince. It must be Prince Damon. What would you say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman without?
Okay, so Laris now, Clubfoot Laris,
But the hand speaks for the king.
who has been denied his claim on Harrenhal. is
Damon is the next in line.
trying to push that Aemon should be in charge. And Alicent...
It's agreed then.
Alicent doesn't want this to happen because she knows that Aemon is a very violent person. And so I don't think she wanted him to be in charge because
What is our standing?
she has less control over him than Aegon.
Disarray. Okay.
She had a little bit more control over Aegon.
Who would do well for someone to young time?
It's a shame the sound quality is bad on the second viewing, because the first viewing I had full surround sound in my room. And now it's like really crackly and shit. So they're talking about like taking over various castles in the Riverlands.
So, and you're fleeing the city, spreading word of their fear and unrest.
The gates be closed.
Did they get her body? Like, what happened?
No one is to leave or
Because obviously Kristen Cole took the dragon.
Good task. We shall meet again at further slap. Cut down the fucking rack.
Why didn't he take his brother's dragon? Did he just leave his brother's dragon there at Rook's castle? What the hell?
Our names are stealing from each other. We must get out.
Secret Service got the shooter. Good.
Maybe south. For all we know, every road leads into the dragon's teeth.
Like the one they cut
I
through
have
the streets.
Roblox?
You think Rhaenyra?
I don't know what that
Challenge.
is. Laugh out loud. I don't know what that is.
We should make the temple thing.
So now we see the peasants like really struggling. They're starving, they're getting sick. It's cold, they got all their fires burning.
King has lied.
They're talking about how Aemon lied to them about protecting them.
And please stay and wait for his empty promises. With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
They don't even realize that Aemon is incapacitated. Like, he's not even in charge anymore, but the peasants don't know this yet, you know? Okay, so they finally took the rat catcher bodies down. And that was Aemon's order, not Aegon. Aegon's the one who hung them. Aemon's the one who said, pull them down. I'm feeling great, Rip.
Seeing faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands.
Aemon is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know she.
Aemon is the next in line. That is the order of things.
As you was he faded? Was he faded? Or was he
Okay, I'm not familiar with it, Sydney.
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What? What did you see?
He still doesn't want to tell her.
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire.
We're giving them all their dragons. The dragon rider should lead us.
Uh-huh.
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god?
So you cast me aside.
Am I not spared?
It was terrible.
Were you over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
Did not ask me spared. I did not give you leave to speak my name.
She has a very pretty dress on, too. He won't tell her. He won't tell her that Aemon killed, not killed, but seriously maimed Aegon. Okay, so now the peasants are all trying to escape the city, and they're closing the city gates and trapping them inside. No, bitches, you gotta stay in the city. Why? Let him leave. So they're now just learning for the first time that Aemon is in charge. Because there was no ceremony. Wow. Okay, so now we're over by where the Freys are.
Means death to bear steel against your lineage. I'm sure my prince is aware.
And against your queen?
We got somebody at the table that looks like the Flying Nun.
Jason landed the West Wing to the west. We need to check him before he reaches River Run. That requires passage.
And if Stark's army's too slow, the wind's rising. Winter's nigh upon us.
Our hesitance does not block Rhaenyra as queen, nor in the nation's honey, the oath. Our fear lies in Vhagar.
Youth and dragon. League when mine own sits outside your walls.
Do you offer us your protection?
Do. And the protection of my uncle.
And Damon, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
Right.
It doesn't end comfort. Though it occurs to me that dragons cannot be.
Yes, he's very obedient, you guys.
What do you want?
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
You want animal?
You want Harrenhal.
For that, my mother will want more than your crossing.
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
Bent knees. So Jace, as a teenager, just made an agreement to get the crossing where the Freys are, as well as give them Harrenhal. If you're 8, you don't belong on my channel.
You're born with a sword, not so much an axe. Perhaps.
There are others
who would sit idle and wait for their claims to be brought to them. That is not my way.
Spotting fire would respond you here.
Let it not be said that Damon Targaryen failed to dirty in this wall.
Oh, let me see them. Sit. Sit.
So
I hear strange things.
Damien has been trying to help rebuild Harrenhal because it's in such disrepair. In addition to going out and trying to negotiate with these other castles. But he's not asking them to bend the knee to the queen. He's asking them to bend the knee to the king, to him. Despite the fact that that's
This is not war.
not what he is, right?
These are crimes against the innocent. A great man would repudiate.
You have mistaken me for an unmarried man. The dragons have their chance to do as a man. They will perhaps if their decision, if their children's lives are staked on it.
So Alice's bandaging his cuts, like his blistery, bloody cuts on his hand from chopping wood.
Then once again, in the name of the weak and the women who must.
We still don't know how old she is because she's probably like a red witch.
If they suffer fame one-eyed wounds, then she play near the meats and they will cut wish you soon as wish you good day.
I heard the same thing about you. Well, further, I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
She cannot succeed, Alice. He hold it to be so. The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it, the Hightows with their scheming, or Viserys' first true heir? When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side. King and Queen, ruling together.
Such a misogynist, you guys.
And none of this will be my problem.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
You never knew your mother.
Message. Your Grace. Fresh news from Stonehenge. The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens, and Master's pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Okay.
Also with him here so that I might congratulate him. The Blackwoods will be fettered in his hall.
Alright. So he got the whatever the local house was that he wanted.
I thought you had high tide. I was surprised we were here.
My castle is a tomb. Empty. Hot.
I'm sad to have missed its highest days. I imagine your Hall of Nine filled with lords, all eager to treat with the legendary Lord of the Tides. Wealth you brought back from ET and a shard inspiring awe and envy. I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her. Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you hang.
So, Rhaenyra wants to make him the hand of the queen.
And she not asked enough of my house.
This is a sign of her great esteem.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss?
Pledge your peace to King's Landing. They'll accept it most gleefully.
Right.
Rather I would say it to the West and be lost.
You have done so before. At great cost self and those who loved you. Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you. She was a Targaryen princess. The
queen who never was, and she flew to rest of her in defense of her king.
And she died.
She died and had wished to die.
That was a mistake.
With honor, in dragon fire, the way my mother chose.
She said that Rhaenys flew to the defense of her king. No, that would have been her queen. I don't know why they left that in and didn't correct that. But the king, there is no king. Unless we're talking about King's Landing and the alternate government. It would have been the queen. I don't know why she said that.
In the way I myself wished to end. And my grandmother who loved me. But I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra as said for a dying throne, as Rhaenys wish, as Rhaenys herself. You yourself may do as you see fit.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark was passed to salt and sea.
So she just rejected the offer to become his heir. She is the daughter of Damon and his second wife, who died in childbirth.
Your Grace.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Damon. And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself.
I've erred.
I wish you to go to Harren.
Are you removing me from your council?
Alfred, Sir Alfred. I will not deny you have tried my patience of late, or that I would prefer a council more inclined to champion their queen, but you also served my father well. And I know you will never accept the High Tower claim.
Not while I live.
We cannot challenge the thing without the Riverlands, but I will not send a message by Raven for Damon. I ask you to reason with him. Find out his state of mind.
Reason with him.
Intentions.
Intentions?
Whether it was for me or for himself.
Mm-hmm.
You and James are lacking daring. Go now with haste. I'll send good men to see to your safety.
Have you any message for him?
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Tell him I would like to finish our last conversation. Okay, so Damon looks like he's about to go through visions again. Nope, they're just waking him up super early.
The pudding now served.
The River Lords have come, Your Grace.
The River Lords.
What godless hour is it?
The wolf. They're demanding to speak present.
So they're waking this motherfucker up at the crack of dawn. He's not exactly happy about this scenario. This is the River Lords. And I guess there's like an old lady in charge.
See, I must begin here with an etiquette. Failing that in proper fear of your Targaryen master. Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed? Or shall give him no education?
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of Will and Blackwood.
House Bracken.
It exists still.
There have been complications. The sacred Bracken lands were looted.
What were the fields and farms? The livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children. There were works of barbarity. Punishing bone treasons is one thing, I.
Who did this to you?
The Brackens were given their chance. They would not see reason.
The Blackwoods that explore for the crown to visit atrocities upon their old rivals.
Share of their quarrels, and I tell you there is no honour in a fight such as
Honour?
this.
What of common decency?
These proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands.
There's his ex-wife who died in childbirth. He's having another vision.
We should have expected nothing more of the sword of the slaughter of its mother's arms.
That is a lie, and I will have the man who told it brought before me.
Oh, your man is half the kingdom, my prince.
Know this, interloper. The Riverlands are an ancient, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. And dragon or no, we shall not return as for retirement.
Alright. So they're gonna be bitches. That's the Brackens. I think he's already got the Blackenwoods on board. But he thought he had the Brackens, and he does not. I don't know what to say about that, you guys. So Rhaenyra's sitting down with her handmaiden, trying to get another braid. See if she sits still for it this time. So it's raining now in King's Landing. The peasants have all gone back to their houses because they can't escape the city. They can't get out. So this woman is trying to get out right now.
I have Rhaenyra, the king's harrier.
I thought she was dead.
Did you protect her, do you? I must be an old friend.
Most people want out these days.
So she had a good enough story that she can get out of the city, but the city's pretty much on lockdown. They're like, fuck you peasants, you're sticking right here. You are staying with us. You are not evacuating. You are not leaving.
Elena.
The sea snake, who's given the pendant that is for the hand of the king, the hand of the queen in this case. That was an interesting shot. Interesting shot they did of Aemon, who is Damon's doppelganger. He's about to go sit in the throne. And Hannah's there. Dude is so fucked up. Dude is burned on like 90% of his body. He has broken bones, probably internal damage, all kinds of crap. He is so messed up. I don't know how long he can live in this shape, but let's see. He's kind of young. He might make it. Mom is used to this. Allison is used to treating very sick people, right? Because her ex-husband, the king, was having like body parts fall out and you know, like he was. He had some sort of form of leprosy that was not contagious, but it was like claiming fingers and his eye and just like all kinds of shit going on with the former king, right? Okay, what do we got?
Big burst rider. And the first wheel through done.
I hope you do not mean to use her example.
Washington?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
So.
What is the mood at the twins?
The twins. That's where the Freys are.
Your wishes for the Freys to be grandma. At war's end, assuming.
I'm proud of you, Joyce. You've done all the great service.
I'm gonna put my legs up, you guys.
Why are you angry?
You being prevented from action. And that's why I'm getting that as well. With a war being fought over my ascension. And yes, wait here. Always prudent. Semi to fight and be funny. Even you've managed to do your part.
You are the queen. The tie that bind no harm can come.
And you're my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
You do not give me leave to go to anything. But who else is there? Rhaenyra, Damon, Bailey cannot be alone.
And when Aemon comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Before they fight, before they are.
Right.
Perhaps Damon.
Damon is not here.
Damon has a big dragon.
Is anyone dead?
Dead or alive, we have no answer. Aemon will not wait long to press his advantage, and then what? I have done all I have, sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But it is I who must fight. Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dry slaves and is slain. Shall my brother fight, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
Meleys is dead.
dragons. We have no dearth.
So this is where they talk about it.
Too large enough to stand against it. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they stick.
Two unclaimed dragons.
Stand against me.
I would go forth in strength and not from necessity.
Rhaenyra.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt.
They have two unclaimed dragons that are very large.
Of our line who never ruled, though married into other noble houses, their children born with other names.
A generation ago.
Blood will be thin, and
the dragon will only accept a dragon lord to write it. What's this in the histories?
the Valyrian histories, written to gild us.
Are you suggesting we put a ballast on the dragon? Entirely.
It's better than death and defeat.
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
So we're gonna see two giant dragons get claimed, like next week.
They could be schools.
I don't know who it would be though, because I think that's it. So I don't know who would be claiming the dragons, because she sent all of her children to different locations. Like one of them is staying at the Eyrie. And 3 of them are going to go to Esteros. So I don't know what's going on here with the kids. So I don't know who they could possibly draft at this point to become dragon riders. I'm not totally sure. Anyway, that is tonight's version of House of the Dragons, episode 5, season 2. I hope you enjoyed it. That was my reaction to it. And it was just the audio reaction, obviously, but I hope you had a good time.